Hayden is already super desirable, but if you are looking for one of the coolest new construction communities that are really more custom homes, Fox Hollow is going to be your best bet. Today I'm going to take you guys on a driving tour, give you a lowdown on like who the builders are, what you can get in this community, and just show you around. I'm Adriana Pickard here in beautiful Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. Come on a tour. Okay, so the thing that I really love about Fox Hollow is the fact that you are so close to everything here. It's not a gated community, so your HOA dues are going to be a lot less. So as you first come in, you enter in on Winray. And the first street to the right is called Blue Jay Loop. I love this one because it's a little bit quieter. You have a quiet street. It's just a circle, so you're not going to get the main traffic that goes all the way, the main artery through the community, if you will. So this is really cool. This is one of the houses that was a parade home quite a few years back. That was a Rosenberger home. So your average lot size here in Fox Hollow, you're right around half an acre, all the way up to about an acre. Really depends upon the space that you're at, but that's your general idea on what you have. They're going to have minimum build signs. It's mostly built out. There's a few lots over in one of the other phases. We're gonna drive you guys by that. But I love the fact that you have neighbors, but they're not right on top of you, which I think is super cool. So currently, there's just under 80 home sites built out and then also lots to be developed, so complete total build sites. But you have a couple of builders that are actively working in this general neighborhood. So Selkirk was one of the original ones. They're no longer in the area. Right now we have Aspen homes. So this actually here to the left, this home here was a parade home by Aspen Homes. Beautiful work. Aspen is just one of those great solid builders. You can always rely on them. You can always count on them. So I just love working with them. Okay, so here we are in Fox Hollow. This is one of that was the first phase that we just drove through. On the way back out, we'll kind of give you the rundown on what the original homes were. But over here on this side is where we have a few more options for buyers currently. So we have Copper Creek. This is actually a really great local builder. I happen to be friends with the builder and his wife. She's in my office. Both of them are in my office, actually. This is a home by Atlas Building Group. That was actually a parade home back in 2025. This was a home here. I believe that this was a parade home as well. This was Copper Creek Construction. This one over here is Northwest Custom Homes. They do beautiful work. Those builders just have a fabulous eye. They do a great job with the finishes, with the stone, it just looks really, really exceptional. I really love their work. This was one of the original ones. I believe that some of these over on this end, some of the original ones out here were Selkirk and Aspen. This one sold back in last year. Long story short, on the other side of that, this is just the little skinny. There's a new subdivision going in on the back side. And there's currently, I want to say 7 to 10 lots. 3/4 of an acre. And they're going to be build packages with Blackwell Homes and Northwest Custom Homes. So that's on the back side of this one. This one here is just a private build here, Atlas Building Group on that one. I like the back side of this general community because you don't have the main roads that are going through. You have to make it a point to come all the way back here. And I love the fact that it's just quiet, great for walking your pups, great for just being out and about because you just don't have a ton of traffic, unless of course you're building. This one also was Northwest Custom Homes, right over here. Again, really gorgeous finishes. They just do an exceptional job. So there's actually not a ton for sale in here still. A lot of it is built out for sure. But just a really great solid community. And this is where I feel that people just love this community, because you're getting not only newer construction if you wanted to just build from the ground up or purchase a spec home, but you're getting something that's close to the country club. You're getting something that's fairly close to Costco, anywhere between 15 to 20 minutes, depending upon who's driving. You're close to the porch, you're close to Avondale Golf Course. You just have so many options here, but you feel like you're a million miles away. And just even looking around, you just get a sense of, it's just quiet, it's peaceful, and yet it's so close to everything. So now we're back on Winray. This is the same road that we came in on. And again, no gated, this is not a gated community. If you guys do have kids in school, some of the closest schools here, your elementary school is going to be Atlas Elementary School. The middle school is going to be Lake City Middle School. And then the high school, that one's right off of 4th. That one is Lake City High School. So all in all, everything is about 15 minutes. You have supermarkets, you have Super One, which is super close. You have Safeway, which is super close. You have restaurants right here on Government Way here in Hayden that is super close. So we say everything is about 10 to 15 minutes away, unless you're driving to the country club, of course. Then you're just going to be a few minutes away. And the cool thing about this particular neighborhood, you can always hop in your golf cart and zip right on down to the club and zip right on home. We pass people, because we live over here in Hayden, we pass people on their golf carts all the time. And especially come summertime, it's like full-on golf cart traffic all the time, which is kind of fun. And then your average prices in here, typically your entry level is going to be right at about 1550 on average for the lowest. Sometimes it could be a little lower if there's some kind of nuance, if you will, with the particular home. But then they can go all the way up to about 2.1, 2.2 million list prices on some of these homes, depending upon the size, depending upon your level of finishes, and then depending upon who your builder is. So if you were looking to purchase your own lot here in Fox Hollow, there's a couple of different options if you were going to just purchase your lot, or if you were going to do a full-on build package. So the cool thing about that is, if you were just looking to purchase a lot, anywhere, let's just say rough average of half acre to 3/4 of an acre, you're looking anywhere about $450 to $475, depending upon what lot. Some of these are still available. This one here, I believe, is just green space because it had the little water, like wetlands, if you will. This is clearly a lot here. And then I love the fact that, again, they try to keep some of the tree barrier here, just so that you have just that little bit of buffer between you and your neighbors in general. Oh, if I personal ranking, if I were to rank this neighborhood, shoot. Okay, so I would give this a solid 8.5. And here's the reason why. I think it really comes down to what you're looking for, right? I love having a little bit of space, but I also love the water. So I have to say, it doesn't come with a boat slip, which obviously, hence the prices are a little bit less than some of our other communities here. Like I said, does not come with that slip. And then you also don't get water views, but you are super close. So if you were gonna just say, and I'm just gonna have you pan the camera over there, if you were to run right through this little thicket of trees, you're gonna be right on English Point. English Point is gonna take you right over. You're going to have really excellent lake views. You're going to have all your waterfront properties over there. There's only one gated community over there off of English Point, and that is the Falls. We're going to do that on a different day for you guys. But over in there, you're going to have your lake views. You're going to have your boat slips. So it really comes down to, like, what do you guys love, right? Are you just looking for a brand new, beautiful home? oh my gosh, you can't get better than this, for sure. But are you looking for something that does have those views? You're gonna get some other areas, and a different day we're gonna do like Rimrock, the Rimrock, which is anywhere from like 5 to 10 acre parcels over off of Lancaster, off of Rimrock. Gorgeous areas over there. I love the fact that you have these rolling hills and that you have expansive mountain views. Here, you can't go wrong with this. But over on some of these other neighborhoods, you're gonna get something that is potentially a little bit older, but might have boat slips, water views, mountain views. So it really comes down to a personal preference. So my take on this whole neighborhood, like I said, I give it a solid 8.5, depending upon what you guys are looking for. Great neighborhood, right? But this really competes with Rimrock Meadows Estates, which is the one that we're going to be doing in a separate video. So stay tuned, keep watching, subscribe. But Rimrock Meadows Estates, I would say prices roughly is a little bit less than the Falls, but definitely the same level of home that you're going to find, especially in the newer phases. And then the other neighborhood would be Rimrock Meadows, like I said, Rimrock Meadows Estates, and then Forest Ridge Estates. So that one's actually off of Lancaster, not gated, but also extremely comparable when you're looking at the lot size, when you're looking at the home sizes, just not as new as some of these other options within here. So thanks again for following me along on this tour today. If you guys have questions, I'm always here to answer. Shoot me a message, give me a call. Would love to chat with you and help you understand the Hayden market a little bit more.